Let's start creating a minimal token. This token will contain the minimal elements that a token should have. Keep in mind that this is not going to be a token that is compliant with any standard, but it will help us to understand more about tokens. Now let's create a contract called minimal token. As I mentioned, the balances of the token holders are stored in a table. And if you remember our introduction to Solidity course, we can use a mapping to store the balances. And the key for each balance will be the address of the token holder. Okay, so we can simply say mapping of address, and we can use a uin 256 to keep the balance of each token holder. Let's do public, and we're gonna call it balances. Okay, so this data structure is gonna help us to store the address of the token holder and its balance. Okay, now we need another variable that is also going to be a uin 256. Let's do it public, and we're gonna call it total supply. This variable will help us to keep track of all the tokens. Okay, now what we're gonna do is let's create a constructor and let's initialize the total supply, and let's say we want the total supply to be 3000. Okay, and then what we can say is we're gonna assign to the creator of this contract the total supply. What does that mean is that the person who deploys the contract will have all the tokens available. Okay, here we are simply assigning all the tokens. Okay, now let's test. Let's go to the deploy and run transactions. Let's deploy. We have here the minimal token, and let's check the total supply. We have 3000, which is what we expected. Now, since the account that is deploying is this one, let's copy the address and let's check the balance of this address. As we can see now, this person has 3000 tokens, which is the total supply. Okay, now what we're gonna do is something different. Remember that in Remix, we have multiple accounts. So what are we gonna do is we are going to assign to those different accounts 1/3 of the total supply. Okay, so let's copy and paste this. And now let's copy this second address. I'm gonna copy, and we are simply hard coding this for the moment. Then the next one, I'm gonna copy. Okay, and now let's deploy with this account. Okay, now I'm going to deploy. Let's review the total supply, 3000. And now let's check the balance of this account. And now we have 1000. This is because when we are creating the token, we are assigning 1/3 of the total supply, which is 3000 divided by 3 will give us 1000. Now let's check the balance of the other accounts. And as you can see, they also have 1000.